Now we will talk about the topics we refer to that people may now recognize a little bit more. Things like jealousy, things like greed and envy, exactly. Jealousy is a huge topic, scary topic. Lord himself says it's scary. Let's not talk about it, exactly. Let's refer to it but not talk about it in full detail, eh? Scary topic. Part of this evil being is it's jealous, exactly. When a human being is in any kind of context, though, a religious being relies on God, exactly. If they feel any number of these "thun" topics, the word is "thun" exactly. When I said "thun," everyone was, yeah, happens, eh? In that sense, remember I told you about proof? God is the one who provides the proof, exactly. Human individual does not have to do very much work. God is the proof of the individual. When a person is in any kind of context, a human being does not have to do too much work. God provides the fact, exactly. God illustrates the fact regardless, exactly. Human being does not have to do very much work. God ensures the fact is present. Sounds like a weird statement. The fact is present because of God. God is the fact, exactly. But in that sense, the fact is there, exactly. When a person is in any kind of topic, God provides the fact, exactly. When we talk about obfuscation, though, nothing happens without God's knowledge, exactly. But when God wills something, exactly. When we look at the human being is capable of something called know. When the human being is looking at something, it's actually Satan. That's where the word evil eye comes from, exactly. Is it mucal eye? No. It's exactly. It's one of the mechanisms, exactly. We talked about it, eh? Has the ability to possess the body, exactly. It's got some mechanism there. Who cares about it? When persons look at something in a certain way, so what? I drink a Coke and I look again, maybe, and it's gone. Usually it happens, exactly. I saw someone with a bag, had the evil eye, Satan's eye, exactly. Just looked again, exactly. In that sense, things are really that easy. When a person is in a particular context, it is not any more than the evil eye. Exactly. When we look at how the topics have gone then, we're talking about very serious topics then. Persons are blasphemers, exactly. If the math is correct, blasphemy goes to Satan, exactly. So, exactly. Why is then the specific agenda of the day? Exactly. Weird people talk about agendas. So what? This is the mother of all agendas, and it's obvious. In that sense, though, let's not use the term agenda then. Let's say whenever we talk exactly. When something is any number of particular topics, though, when someone is doing anything in particular, though, someone's got to be talking to the person. Angels, exactly. It's not a cold world out there. It can never be cold with God, exactly. But some people, when we talk about the context, even on the ground, whatever that means, eh? There are angels there too, exactly. It's not just a devil's world, eh? It's the devil's epoch, though, exactly. Who cares about that? When persons were doing anything in particular, it has to do with the errant human being. In that sense, when we see people doing particularities, though, some people are just, exactly. No, there must be angels talking, exactly. So some persons are obviously being talked to by angels, exactly. Some people don't appreciate that, though, exactly. When persons are in a particular context, angels tell the person to do a number of topics. How do we know someone's being talked to an angel? Instead of honing in on that topic, people say, I saw an angel. Yeah, exactly. Better to say, if a person is doing anything in particular, there has to be someone talking to it, exactly. Human being, I just coughed, eh? Has limitations, exactly. There is nothing that does not come under God's power impossible. God comprehends everything in knowledge. But if there's a mechanism there, for whatever reason, if someone is doing something in particular, though, particularity is evidence of that. Exactly. In that sense, when we see anything in particular, when a person is doing anything in particular, someone must be talking to it, exactly. In that sense, though, human being has limitations, exactly. Part of the Supreme Creator's will as an evidentiary topic, human being must die, exactly. Exactly. In that sense, when a person's in a particular context, though, part of Satan's longevity, if you will, unholy topic, exactly, it's based on something the Lord said, exactly. At a specific time, you will be annihilated. The being knows that, exactly. In that sense, part of the being's issues is that, who cares about that? It's because it's an evil being and it made evil choices, exactly. In that sense, it was given a term, exactly. It was told beforehand. It said, reprieve me, exactly. Based on stuff the Lord knows, eh? Lord said, you're going to be annihilated this time, exactly. Unholy mission is obvious, exactly. When we talk about a being, though, a person has to be careful about this topic. The being's unholy longevity is based on that subject. When we look at a normal holy topic, person must die, exactly. Part of its request for death even were denied, exactly. Every time it had the shit kicked out of it, and it happened many times, requested to die, the Lord said, sorry, you're going to die at this time as per ordained, exactly. In that sense, a being this evil obviously prefers to die when it gets licked every time, exactly. In that sense, Lord God says, no, you'll die at this time, exactly. So when persons are in a particular context, persons should not make a big deal about this context. God is all-powerful, God knows everything, exactly. The human being is obviously protected. When we look at the scale, its desire is to do much worse to the human being, exactly. We've been seeing very frightening things usually, lately. So what? It's part of Judgment Day, exactly. The intentions of the being are extremely evil. God protects us from its intentions, though. We can infer, exactly. We shouldn't think it's a being like us, eh? Big mistake. Maybe it just has a cape, eh? It may have a cape. But it's a completely different being. God said, when God is all-powerful, has trillions of creation of all the millions of stars there are, how many systems there are, we have no idea. Stuff we don't know. Lord Supreme God himself is saying this is a case study in evil, take him seriously, exactly. But who cares? He said, I am the protector of man, exactly. In that sense, okay, it's not just an evil being rubbing its hands together, no, those beings may exist, eh? It's a sick being, and God said that. It's a case study in evil. In that sense, who cares about its topics? Whenever it does something, it is punished severely, exactly. Part of the evidence is in the pudding, eh? When we watch a movie, no, I will refer you to a video by a being called Madonna, called Nothing Really Matters, exactly. That it was severely punished is obvious. Listen to its topics, exactly. In that sense, let's not make a big deal about its annoying topics. When we see a being this nefarious, and it's going around preaching unholy, exactly, some unholy things must have happened to it. We don't care about that. We can infer it from the video, exactly. In that sense, when we're in any kind of context, whatever it does, it's punished severely. It asks to die on many occasions. Lord says, no, you're going to die at this time. In that sense, when we look at the human being, though, when you guys are seeing anything in particular, it has to make sense in some way, exactly. When we look at that Nothing Matters video, first of all, we're seeing something supernatural there, exactly. It's not a video like anything else, exactly. In that sense, remember when we see with the eye, exactly. There could be something called videos there. It has to do with the context, exactly. There could be videos there, other videos, for any number of nonchalant purposes, or whatever we want to call it. Like anything is nonchalant in this type of context. But anyway, let's say there is a superfluous, persons who make themselves superfluous and do any number of topics. When we look at anything in particular, though, is the evidence in the pudding. In that sense, though, we will talk about that specific video in the next video and other topics. Stay tuned.